What's up, guys? Today I want to do a quick little video on just building a very basic version of just a UI. So something like this. It's basically just a UI I built for my pump file that is relating to basically I build my pump file so it has like a set of spots, washes, beams, strobes, battens, and more of a dedicated downstage wash, and some of this stuff pertains to positions over here. This is all positions, and this is all beam effects like gobo stuff, animation wheel stuff, all width of, or I guess zoom width for the washes and spots and stuff like that. So yeah, I also have this little guy which does parking in a lot of other consoles terminology, but it's really just making a super prio for the downstage wash with a basically a super prio that pertains to just the downstage wash position. If you hit 1 or 2 does the position. What the hell? Oh, forgot I had a hotkey set up. So 1 is the position, 2 is position and color, and 3 does none of the above. So yeah, uh, basically most shows I'll be doing 2. If it's kind of like a show where I want a constant kind of whitewash on them, and then 1 if it's something with more dynamic colors on the front wash, and then 3 I usually use for just like EDM shows where I want the downstage wash to also be working with everything else with effects and all that kind of stuff as well, like just flash and trash. So yeah, cool. So we'll just kind of go into how this UI works. I'm not going to show you how to build all of this, but I am going to show you how I got to this point, because otherwise I'd have to break out Photoshop and stuff for all of this. Basically, these are just image files, little PNG files that are just the same file, but one with a cyan background and one with a magenta background. Not really rocket science there. So we'll go to setup, and these are all macros. So this is macro 224. So if we go over here to our macros, which is actually not on this page, it's on this page. So if we go over to 224 and everything near it, we have, these are all my beam effects macros. I have a reset macro, and I also have all of the macros that are pertaining to the actual UI buttons you were seeing. So let's just, for instance, look at the fade times macros. Actually have these set up to do the colors in here as well. Don't know why I didn't really do it with the rest of it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I did. Nope, I didn't. Cool. So basically this macro is just assigning a fade time to executors, which this can be handled however you want, but I have it handled where it's doing so to 7.1 and 7.6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, which are basically, I guess I can get into that a little bit. Why not? So those are in all. So that's basically these all, when I hit a macro, these will swap from a position. So spots always end up in 6, wash in 7, beams in 8, battens in 9, and downstage wash in 10. Unless they're being used, then they go to 1 where they're actually being recalled, which I'll kind of show you that real quick. A lot of scrolling. So yeah, if we do, you know what, this would actually be a lot easier to show you on the physical UI. I believe this is the one. Oh, that's 194. That's 770. Okay, so yeah, we'll do this because it's the beam effects and put the wash there instead of downstage wash. And then we go over here and we actually see that those swap. So now we have downstage wash back at .10, and wash is now at .1. But then if we go back here, I could have set this up a lot better for this scenario, but whatever. But yeah, we go back here and look at program all, and we got spots there instead of the wash. So yeah, that's basically what those macros are doing. God, this is a lot of scrolling. The two twins, or I guess up here is what we were just dealing with a minute ago, so we'll stick with this. So yeah, that's basically what these are pertaining to. Executor 7.1 is the one in use. This is also assigning that fade to everything not in use as well, so that translates over no matter what fixture or whatever you decide there is selected. So then this changes the appearance of the macros and also copies images. And basically, if you've ever had to set up a color picker UI thing, which most of you probably have by this point with MA, but you never know. It's basically copying images and for a group of macros that it's going to end up at, but this is just images in your image pool, and then you take an image and put it to a macro, essentially. And I'll show you how that works. Basically, let's go back to the UI, and I also have that set up for my colors as well. You just go here, you see that that pulls up your macro, you turn on setup, right click, or hit edit, and then you go to image icon. You also have to make sure that visualization is on simple, not as pool item. Otherwise, pool item will actually show the physical pool item as it shows up in the pool. So if you do simple and then you do image icon, you actually have to figure out exactly where this image is. So if you have multiple of the same image, which you will have to if you wanted to change images or change, like if you want to copy one image to another, you'll usually have 3 rows of that. So you actually have to find the physical image to do that. And this is where like having good organization is really important in your show files. It sucks sometimes because you want to do things quickly. But yeah, really being organized is super helpful. Uh, which, speaking of that, this is not very organized right now. Still kind of working on it, but everything has a place and I know where it goes. So yeah, basically with the fade time thing, that's all recalling off of this right here. I have a set of unfilled and then filled, and then I drop unfilled again under that. And I try to make sure that it is actually like organized in a section where there won't be a bunch of other image files. So like right here is all my color picker UI stuff. And I try to make sure everything is also labeled well. Uh, and then do the same thing. These are for my color effects generator. And then same thing over here with all of this. This is all pretty organized. This is probably the least organized one. And this is just for my cloning stuff. So it really doesn't matter that much as long as I can go in and look at it because nobody else is really using the cloning section on my file at the moment. But yeah, you can see all of these are just set up to be pretty much used for the UI, and you're just copying either this file down here or this file down here in all those macros. So yeah, if we go back to those macros, you'll just see that I hate this. Yeah, you'll just see that all this macro is doing is going to an executor in a queue and then copying image files. So if you can figure out how to structure how you want to copy your image files, which I have it in my 580 through 584, and it's either 548 through 552 for the unfilled, or the filled will be 564 through 568. So yeah, uh, we can literally go and find that right now. 564. Oh, yeah, so right here, those are pertaining to that, and if you go back over here, you see that that is recalling our beam width for our washes or whatever is utilizing narrow, medium, wide, into out and out to in beam width. So yeah, that's how I structure my UIs for my punt files. It takes a good amount of time, and luckily I do a lot of house gigs where I get a lot of downtime, so I've gotten the ability to just kind of spend a lot of time doing that, and I only have to do it once. So yeah, hopefully this video helps. Hopefully it makes a little more sense of creating your own UIs out of macros. And yeah, uh, I'm gonna keep uploading some little videos like this. So hopefully this is enjoyable and helps you guys out. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.